Really appreciative for the delicious lunch and the wonderful company. It's nice to see some people in person. And I'm going to welcome to the stage the CEO of Kerry Family Services, Mr. Warner Adam. Everybody give him a warm welcome.
Thank you, Julie, and thank you for doing an excellent job, as usual, emceeing our assemblies. Give Julie a hand. So I'd like to take this time to acknowledge some of the staff that have gone over and above their call of duty. And we have several of them. It's very difficult to choose staff that really stand out, performing their duties on a day-to-day basis, but definitely the people that were suggested do deserve to be recognized. So the first acknowledgement is Cheryl Thomas. Cheryl is a member of the Lake Bebby Nation and has been with CSFS for over 20 years. And she started probably when she was 20. When she first started, she also was attending university, getting her bachelor's of social work. And then her mom phoned and said, Cheryl, there's our cousins who are at risk of being apprehended. So, of course, Cheryl, being traditional, did her due diligence and adopted those two young cousins who were at the time, how old? 9 days old. And this year, the two, they were twins. They graduated from high school and now enrolled in post-secondary. And they were both going to go into social work, and I dissuaded one of them to go into business administration. So Tashina and Dennis are their names, and now they're going to be attending CNC, I believe, and then to probably UNBC. So Cheryl, you did excellent work. But she's also the director of prevention services and covers programs from Prince George to Smithers, BC. And her work also touches all of our communities through the family preservation workers. Cheryl was one of the first preservation workers after the family care program was instituted when I was in my 20s. So, and you've heard Mary's report earlier around all the preventative programs, parenting programs, children who witness violence, life skills program, and all of the really good prevention programs that happen from CSFS stems from Cheryl. So Cheryl? Just a token of our appreciation. Ms. Haicho. I could have said more. These are Mary's notes, but I think you covered her duties when you were doing your report. The other, which I'm quite proud of, is the Nokana training, which received the Lieutenant Governor's Award for Truth and Reconciliation. It was the inaugural award that the province of BC bestowed upon organizations and individuals who have demonstrated their commitment toward truth and reconciliation. This group is led by Marlena Mann, and her team consisted of the late Sarah Hine, which we just accoladed with her Lifetime Achievement and Award, or work for CSFS, as well as Barbie Scaling and Diana Nome. So they've basically provide training to cultural competency training to different organizations such as doctors, professors, RCMP, just to take them through the history of colonization and the impacts of colonization with Indigenous communities. So I believe, I'm not quite sure how many people went through your your program, Marlena, but it's probably in the hundreds. Over 1,000 people that went through the program, which provides the cultural, the carrier culture worldview of life and its interconnectedness, our potlatch system, our clan system, and how it is that our families are organized into these clans, but also extended families, and some of our belief systems and our principles and our structure. So that has gained a provincial award, so thank you for that, team. And I don't have your gifts quite ready yet. So thanks to the team. Two other mentions is Judith Sanford. Since the COVID pandemic hit our communities, Judith has been relentless, working on the phones, going to communities as much as she can, but mainly keeping in contact with the nurses and the community healthcare workers in providing some relief, providing some advice in terms of how to navigate the COVID crises with the system that we belong to, and also works very closely with Dr. John. So Judith, every time I go to see her, she's always on a phone or on a Zoom, and it's endless hours that she's put in. So I would also like to recognize Judith Sanford. And the other staff member is Kathy Scott, who has been quite busy ensuring that our offices remain safe, ensuring that our policies are updated in response to some of these emergency events that we deal with, such as the wildfires, the COVID, getting ready for accreditation. She's quite instrumental in reviewing our policies, but organizing us to prepare for some of these emergent issues, as well as some of the internal policy review, so that we could pass with flying colors with our accreditation standards. So thank you, Kathy Scott, for your work in keeping us organized. And the other we have present here is, I'm going to call it the President's Award. Oh, sorry, I'm ahead of myself. Jordan has done his duties over and above in communications. He's a young whippersnapper, always keen to learn. He's been educating himself, certifying himself, online training, but also spends endless hours at night getting the communications teams ready. So thank you, Jordan. What's his name?
Baby Shark.
Baby Shark is what they call him. There you go.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, Jordan, for your time and commitment and dedication. The other award, The other award goes to one of our own social workers that goes over and above her duties. Sometimes she triages cases late at night, and like Mary and some of us at the leadership team, when there are crises in the community, they call us directly, and we listen to them and then channel them through the proper service delivery lines. And Joan Conlon, who has been working endless throughout our territory, running her feet off, responding to crises and making sure that there is support. So this year we'll call it the President's Award, and that goes to Joan Conlon. Thank you, Joan, for your work, dedication, and your commitment. And I haven't decided what I'm going to buy you yet, so you better be good to me. Cheers. Thank you, staff, and all the staff for your extra work that we've endured during the COVID crisis. I know it's difficult, it's draining, but collectively we do persevere. And one more mention that I haven't asked permission, but one of our senior team members have provided me notice with retirement. I don't know why, because I think she's got a few more miles to go. Carol Reimer, who has been with us for many, many years, has tendered her notice of retirement. So, Carol, thank you very much. But as I said, you still have many miles to go, so thanks.